In the world of boxing, where legacies are built on skill, heart, and strategy, few moments capture the imagination like the meeting of two titans from different eras. Recently, Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated legend, visited and trained with Terence Crawford, the reigning welterweight king, as Crawford prepares for a monumental clash against Canelo Alvarez. This interaction wasn't just a casual exchange between two fighters, it was a profound moment of mentorship, mutual respect, and a subtle passing of the torch in a sport defined by its intensity and rivalries. Their time together sparked widespread discussion, not only about the upcoming super fight but also about the state of boxing, the legacies of its stars, and the challenges of crossing weight classes in pursuit of greatness. Mayweather, whose career is a masterclass in defensive brilliance and tactical genius, didn't hold back in praising Crawford. He called him the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, a title that carries immense weight in boxing circles. For Mayweather, a man who has faced and defeated some of the sport's biggest names, to bestow such an accolade speaks volumes about Crawford's skill set. Their training sessions were intense, filled with technical exchanges and moments of camaraderie that revealed a deep mutual respect. Mayweather, known for his calculated approach, offered Crawford more than just encouragement. He provided technical guidance, emphasizing the need for sharpness and precision against a formidable opponent like Canelo, whose experience and power make him a daunting challenge. Crawford, for his part, absorbed Mayweather's advice with the focus of a fighter who knows the stakes. The Nebraskan has long admired Mayweather, not just for his undefeated record but for the way he crafted his career with meticulous strategy. Crawford has spoken openly about how he's never been the type to size up peers with a competitive lens outside the ring. "I'm never that type of guy," he said in a recent conversation, dismissing the idea of mentally pitting himself against Mayweather in a hypothetical matchup. "I think that's some grimy stuff. I've always been happy for him, been a fan of his." This mindset reflects Crawford's character, a fighter who respects the sport's history while carving his own path. Their relationship, built on shared ambition and a love for boxing's intricacies, has become a source of inspiration for fans and a reminder of the sport's ability to connect generations. The excitement surrounding Mayweather and Crawford's interaction wasn't just about their training sessions. It was about what it represented, a bridge between boxing's past and present. Fans on social media platforms lit up with commentary, interpreting the moment as a symbolic endorsement from Mayweather, a nod to Crawford as the heir to his legacy of dominance. Some even called it a passing of the torch, a gesture that carries weight in a sport where legacies are fiercely contested. The visual of a younger, rising champion training alongside a veteran who redefined what it means to be untouchable was powerful. It wasn't just about the fight with Canelo, it was about the continuation of a tradition of excellence. As the conversation around Crawford's preparation intensified, Mayweather didn't shy away from stirring the pot. He reignited an old controversy by calling out Canelo Alvarez over past doping allegations, pointing out what he sees as a double standard in how the media handles such issues. "We don't talk about how Canelo, steroids, Mayweather said, his words sparking heated debates across the boxing community. Some fans supported his call for transparency, arguing that performance-enhancing drugs cast a shadow over any fighter's accomplishments. Others criticized him, accusing him of deflecting attention from Crawford's challenge. Regardless of where one stands, Mayweather's comments added fuel to an already fiery buildup, raising questions about fairness, accountability, and the integrity of the sport. Reflecting on his own fight with Canelo in 2013, Mayweather offered a glimpse into the tactical brilliance that defined his career. He recalled entering the ring at a significant weight disadvantage, coming in at around 151 or 152 pounds while Canelo, after making the 152-pound catchweight, rehydrated to nearly 170 pounds. Despite the size difference, Mayweather's defensive mastery and ring IQ allowed him to dominate, turning the fight into a showcase of skill over strength. "It wasn't like there was a clause where he couldn't gain weight," Mayweather noted, highlighting the physical challenge he overcame through finesse. That performance remains a benchmark for how to neutralize a bigger, stronger opponent, a lesson Crawford is undoubtedly studying as he prepares for his own battle with Canelo. Crawford's training camp is a study in discipline and adaptability. Every session, from footwork drills to heavy bag work, reflects a fighter at the peak of his powers, honing his craft for a specific challenge. Videos circulating online show Crawford moving with purpose, his footwork sharp and his punches crisp. His leg workouts, in particular, stand out as a cornerstone of his preparation. Weighted squats and lunges build the explosive power and stamina he'll need to evade Canelo's pressure and maintain his balance in the ring. These sessions aren't just about physical strength, they're about mental focus, a commitment to perfecting every detail of his game plan. In sparring, Crawford's boxing IQ shines through. He uses his jab not just to keep opponents at bay but to dictate the pace and set up combinations. His ability to switch stances mid-fight adds another layer of unpredictability, making him a puzzle for any opponent to solve. Against sparring partners mimicking Canelo's style, Crawford shows a calculated approach, using feints and angles to create openings. "Watch the right hand for the decoy," one observer noted, comparing the matchup to a chess game between two grandmasters. This strategic depth is what makes Crawford a generational talent, capable of adapting to the unique challenges posed by a fighter like Canelo. The boxing world is abuzz with opinions on how Crawford will fare against Canelo, a fighter known for his durability, power, and ability to close the distance. Promoter Eddie Hearn, who witnessed Mayweather and Crawford's interaction firsthand, described it as a moment of unexpected camaraderie. What started as a casual visit to a training facility turned into a memorable exchange filled with laughter and insight. Hearn noted that Crawford's lighter side came through, a rare glimpse of the man behind the fighter. Yet, when asked about the weight gap, Crawford moving from 154 to 168 pounds, Hearn was candid. "Sooner or later, it's one too many," he said, acknowledging the physical challenge while praising Crawford's brilliance. "He's a generational great. Maybe he can find a way." Boxing analyst Teddy Atlas echoed this sentiment, focusing on the tactical question at the heart of the fight. Can Crawford's movement and speed frustrate Canelo? Known for his heavy hands and ability to cut off the ring, Canelo poses a unique threat. Atlas speculated that Crawford's footwork could be the key, allowing him to stay out of range and build a lead on the scorecards. "He's not going to be running, but he'll be moving a lot," Atlas said, emphasizing the importance of mobility against a pressure fighter. The debate hinges on whether Canelo can adapt to Crawford's rhythm or if Crawford can maintain his elusiveness for 12 rounds. Crawford himself isn't shying away from the challenge. He's embraced the skepticism about his size, using it as fuel. "I love the people that say, 'You're too little, Canelo's going to break you,'" he said. "That just excites me to go in there and prove them wrong." This mindset defines Crawford's career, a relentless drive to silence doubters, whether it's unifying titles at 135, 140, or 147 pounds or taking on a bigger opponent like Canelo. His coach, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, reinforced this, pointing to Crawford's dominance over elite fighters like Sean Porter, Kell Brook, and Yuriorkis Gamboa. "He never seeks unfair advantages," Bomac said, emphasizing Crawford's commitment to earning his legacy on even terms. Canelo, however, is no ordinary opponent. With a record of 62 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, including 39 knockouts, he's a first-ballot Hall of Famer. His ability to move up to light heavyweight and win a title there showcased his versatility, but recent performances have raised questions. His fight against William Skull was lackluster, with both fighters throwing fewer punches than expected. Canelo's passivity and inability to secure a stoppage, his last knockout came against Caleb Plant in 2021, have led some to wonder if age and wear are catching up. At 35, with nearly 20 years as a pro, Canelo's legs appear slower, his power less decisive. "His gas tank, you can put that into question," one commentator noted, pointing to a potential vulnerability against a sharper, hungrier Crawford. Veteran boxer Nonito Donaire highlighted Crawford's footwork as a potential game-changer. "If Crawford uses his legs and technique, he can win," Donaire said, noting that avoiding Canelo's big shots will be critical. This analysis aligns with Mayweather's own advice, drawn from his experience against Canelo. "Success comes from a calculated approach," Mayweather said, urging Crawford to stick to his strengths, speed, movement, and precision. The parallels between Mayweather's 2013 masterclass and Crawford's upcoming challenge are striking, with both fighters relying on skill to overcome size. The debate over Crawford's resume also surfaced, with some critics arguing that his signature win against Errol Spence Jr. overshadows his other accomplishments. Boxing personality Showbiz the Adult pushed back, citing victories over Porter and others as evidence of Crawford's consistency. "It's not just one performance," he said. "Crawford's greatness is in his dominance." Meanwhile, trainer Steve Nelson dismissed suggestions that Crawford should fight a true 168-pounder like David Benavidez, calling it an impractical risk. "Bud is after legacy and money," Nelson said, framing the Canelo fight as a calculated move, not a reckless one. As the fight approaches, the boxing world is divided. Some see Crawford's brilliance as enough to overcome the weight gap, while others believe Canelo's size and experience will prove too much. The stakes are enormous, not just for the fighters but for their legacies. A Crawford victory would cement his place among the all-time greats, potentially rivaling Mayweather's achievements. A Canelo win would reaffirm his status as one of boxing's most formidable champions. Beyond the outcome, the story of Mayweather and Crawford's interaction, two icons sharing knowledge and respect, reminds us why boxing endures. It's a sport of skill, heart, and the relentless pursuit of greatness, where every fight is a chance to prove something new.